Hi, this is Brad, sharpensbest.com. You know, we give away a lot of things on our website. Purchase Sharpen Spark, a few other things, and then make your choice as to what you want for the freebie for the giveaway. Little did we know that something that was going to be very popular is a little knife like this. It's a paring knife, kind of a tactical little knife that you can stick in your pocket. This actually is on there pretty tight. That doesn't just fall off by any means. You actually have to push it in there. You actually have to pull it out so it fits good. You know, so let's go through this and let's look at a brand new one. That's got about a, I think about a 3-inch blade on it, something like that, maybe a little longer. And it's good, like nylon plastic. It's bright. You drop it, you'll find it. Easy to find in the kitchen drawer. So let's look at one that's brand new. We picked up another one. Of course, we pick up a lot of them because we give them away and we also sell them. So let's just take it out of the packaging here. And I'm going to put the packaging down here between my feet. We got just a little bit of wind today, and you'll see that, yeah, it is the same as the older one. So we're going to take it out here and kind of look at it, and it's not what you'd call overly sharp. So let's see if I can find some of my paper here. We got to kind of hide things because the wind is kind of messing with us. And let's take out some of the paper that I normally cut at the shows. Peel it apart here, put one under my leg. And let's see how this thing cuts new. It doesn't. That's funny. If I do that, it will, but to get through right here isn't so easy. So I do see that it's, that's actually two-sided sharpened, so I'm going to sharpen both sides. It is not serrated. It's a regular smooth blade. So let's sharpen it and see how it turns out. Again, we have a bevel on there. You match the bevel. This one appears to be probably about a 15-degree bevel. We're going to turn it approximately 45 degrees and we're going to slide it out the blade. The other side will be the same way. Match the bevel like this, turn it about 45 degrees, slide it out the blade. I don't go full length on the blade. I do it in segments. Part of the reason I do it in segments like that, it's just easier to go a little bit faster and get it done. This takes longer to go out to the end. So we're just going to set it down here, match the blade this way, let it turn like that, and start brushing like this. I'm adding about probably 2 ounces of pressure this time, not letting it just slide like I do some of the other times. And the reason for that is we need to cut the blade a little bit. It's not as sharp as we need it to be, so we just cut the blade a little bit, just like that. Now we're going to turn it over, turn it over, turn it over, turn it over. Now that's, let's say maybe about a minute. I want to see how this cuts after I pestered the blade for about a minute. That's a lot better than it was. Okay, that's actually pretty good. So let's just hide the paper for a second here. Pick the sharpener back up. Put it back on here, match the bevel. Turn it 45 degrees. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like on your side. And then again, we begin sliding it out the blade. Set it down back here, slide it forwards. Set it down back here, pick it up, set it down, slide it, pick it up, set it down, slide it. We don't pick it up very far, you don't push very hard. That way you can move along pretty rapidly. Just like that. Go right on out. The blade's just a little bit thick at the cutting edge, so I'm actually reshaping the blade a little bit. Just like that. Let it brush, don't push too hard. See, the knife isn't like bending or anything, it's just sitting there. Just like that. I'm going to speed it up just a little bit. Just like this. Like that. Okay, now I'm going to polish the blade. See how the sharpener actually floats in my fingers? That means I'm not actually hanging on to the sharpener and hanging on to the keychain. Just like this. My fingers are touching the sharpener, but I don't really have a hold of the sharpener like this. I don't ever do that. So just like this, like that. Okay, now we're just going to polish. About 10 on each side. I get impatient. Let's call that 10 and let's see how it cuts now. Woo! That's good. That's really good. And we'll have to pick up paper here in a little bit. But if you can cut paper that easy and literally just slide it through the paper, that's pretty sharp. I'm going to do it one more time for just a few seconds and see if I can detect any sound difference, any feel difference, the way it chatters as it goes through the paper, things like that. That tells you how sharp the knife is as to how smooth it actually goes through the paper. So it would look just like this. We're going to brush along lighter this time. This time I'm only using probably in the neighborhood of 1/8 of an ounce of pressure, just like that. I'll slow down so you can get a better idea of what I'm doing, just like that. Okay, always match the bevel as in all knives. Let it turn about 45 degrees on a regular blade. On a serrated edge blade, you would have to keep it 90 degrees to the blade like that. So let's just go along here now, and we're going to touch it up again, really light, about 10 passes on both sides. Flip the knife side to side every pass. I'll slow down so maybe you can see it better, just like this. Again, the sharpener is kind of floating, so we do this. Now I'm polishing. I'm not sharpening, I'm just polishing the edge. I want that edge just as smooth as can be. All right, and now let's see. That is sharp. If you can, I'm not going to cut them all the way off, we have less to pick up. All right, if you can cut along like that and just slide it right through the paper, do the same thing every pass, that's pretty sharp. This is Brad, take care, have a good day. Check out the knives, the freebies, and you can also purchase them on our website, sharpensbest.com. Go to YouTube, look up Sharpens Best, go to Sharpens Best, look up YouTube. This is Brad, take care, have a great day.